making that thing clap. I don't even know how to intro. We not about to intro. Like,
what are we?
Back at it again with another YouTube video. That shit's lame as hell.
Hey guys, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me your favorite.
I ain't gonna lie, you ain't even gotta subscribe. Just watch the ads all the way through. We'll be good.
Just watch it. Watch it. All right, so today we gonna do a couple of drills. Well, a lot of drills really. Mostly pistol, some rifle. You know, we back at Atlanta Gun Club again with.
Paul in the background. He over here.
Come on, man.
We're gonna put him on the camera. We're gonna put him on the camera. My boy Paul.
Come on, man. Get in here.
What's up?
Yeah.
404 Gun Club, ATL Gun Club.
What's that? Y'all want to come shoot out here? You in the Atlanta area? Hit my boy up on Instagram.
Yes, sir.
Come on through.
We'll link that down below for sure.
But yeah, we got obviously me, Ed again, K back here again, Jay, and we got Spark Boy with Shield Consulting, man. And we got another guy coming, basically like our big brother, Ken. He's gonna pull up in a minute, and he's gonna be the one to like coach us through, you know, give us pointers and, you know, stuff we doing wrong and stuff we need to fix, stuff like that, because he's the expert. For sure. Yeah. Get to it. Right, a little slap in the video.
Bro, tell him, bro, that we got somebody else doing this.
Oh yeah, I'm no longer in charge of the sponsors. We got Daryl on the sponsors today. This video is sponsored by Fant Lace Whippets and Bathtub Collard Greens.
Wow, that booty.
Bro, we about to sneak in some quick work before Ken get here to make it seem like we fire.
That's what I'm saying.
Alright, ready? Stand by.
Nah, that draw was crazy.
You know,
That's
we're
what I'm
finally about to get into the video. Somebody finally decided to show up.
Country.
You wanna pull up on him?
Country.
Yeah, let's go. Pull.
That boy Kentavious Scott.
That boy done pulled up. Back off in the country. Where y'all done brought me? What's happening?
All right, for those who don't know, who is Ken Scott?
What's happening? It's your boy Ken with Preparedness Group. We travel and teach people how to put bullets into things. So that's what we're here to do. We've been doing this a long time. We are the best on the planet. You're not going to find anybody better. And because we love you, and that's why. And we're here. We're going to work on some red dot. We're going to get them spun up. They think they know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? They do, actually. These guys are very good. But I'm here to just look at what they're doing and maybe point out a couple things. And we're going to isolate some of these fundamentals so we can hyper-focus on them. And so these guys can see some results today.
All right, so one thing I suck at shooting is...
Well, we gotta tell people, like, you just kind of came on camera like, one thing I suck at. Like,
okay. So what we're gonna do is we're going to run drills, and drills highlighted on what we feel like we need to work on, what we feel like, you know,
Not just work on, suck
that we
at.
suck at. Yes.
Suck at,
that
meaning
we're
like
garbage at.
what you suck at it so bad, you're still scared to
Pause.
do it.
Hey.
Oh, I ain't even, well, I got what you're saying. But look, you suck so bad that you're afraid to go to the gun range to actually work on it because you're that bad at it. That's what we're talking about. So I want you to take a second right now and think about, what is that to you? What is that? Because we're going to show the people if we can dig your ass out today.
All right, so
that sounds positive.
that's crazy work. That's crazy work. That's egregious.
That is egregious.
That's crazy
we're going to
work.
see how bad he is, and then we're going to try and make him better.
Everybody put pause in the comments for Ken.
Yeah. All caps.
All caps.
Jeez.
All right, so me personally, I asked Jay before, but like he doesn't agree. I think my recoil management is terrible.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay, there we go.
No, that's good. That was really good, because that's something.
My recoil management could be way better, and I think.
Now, what does that mean? What does that equate to in the real world? Because what does recoil management equate to?
Keeping staying on target. And
That's
not,
right.
You know,
and what does that equate to, like when bullets are flying your way?
not missing and hitting the wrong people.
That's right. And stopping the bad guy now.
Yeah.
You know, that's so being able to manage recoil in and of itself is like, I can't manage recoil. I need to work on it. That's a vital and critical skill, because that is solely what's responsible for keeping the gun on target.
I'm kind of lazy. I get lax when shooting, real relaxed, and I tend to like ease up. So I feel like I don't move fast enough. I need to like pick up the pace, not shooting wise, but like actually physically moving. And I feel like another thing, I kind of get really lazy with my fundamentals sometimes because I'll overcompensate with my stack.
Ooh, wow. That's something that's big, very important, and it's actually something I've experienced. I'm a big dude, so I actually don't have to use as much effort as a smaller person. So that's something that I actually make sure that I tell people when I'm talking about things like grip, stance, and stuff like that. Your size has a big, you know, it's extremely important.
And one more thing
a big deal.
One more thing is transitioning. So like I'll get so focused, like so sucked into like the drill, sometimes I'll forget my fundamentals, hey, look at the next target, then shoot instead of like dragging the gun. But it's not that bad, but that's one of the things I've been working on.
Mr. Grim Reaper.
Hey, watch out.
Okay, I'm gonna have to hear about that story later.
No. Yeah.
I'm gonna bleep that out. Don't worry about it.
You keeping it? I don't give a damn. But my main problems, I'm seeing it in competition. I record all my matches so I can go back and make fun of myself later.
Yeah, we shoot matches.
Oh, good.
Matches like
Good.
every Monday.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday,
Okay. Heck yeah.
So when I go shoot my matches, the most common thing I mess up are my doubles at speed. My doubles at speed, whenever I shoot, my first shot is always on target, and then I overcompensate for recoil and I duck my gun down. So my second shot is always lower.
Okay. Is it straight down?
It's literally straight down. I have a video where I slowed it down, and you can see on point right here.
Cool.
Next one on point right here.
Cool.
So
It could be one of a couple things. It could be poor recoil management. How close is the second shot to the first shot?
I want to
In
say
inches.
I want to say
Like that?
yeah.
4 inches, 5 inches?
Yeah, it's like 4.
It could either be poor recoil management, meaning you're letting the gun do a little bit too much. But what I think it might be, and it might be for both of you, is just the timing of that second shot.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, so think about a gun as it recoils, right? So we go bang, the first initial action is straight to the rear, right? You had the initial explosion, straight to the rear, muzzle goes up, slides going to the rear, but as soon as that slide bottoms out, then it really brings that muzzle up, okay? So it brings it up, and the gun started here. So the gun's cycling, it's up, muzzle's high. We're driving it back down. A lot of times it'll go past that neutral point or 0, and then it comes back up, and then it'll go back down, then it finally settles. It usually passes that line a couple times. So if you take your shot, your first shot, and it's dead on, first off, great job on that. That tells us that your fundamentals are starting out correct. So that's perfect. 2, you said that your second shot's about 4 to 5 inches below, and it's straight down. So I don't think it's too much anticipation stuff, because usually when we see anticipation, it'll be low and to the left, because we're putting a little bit of oomph on that. With you, I think it's just a timing thing. Your turn, Jay.
Now, sir, you.
But I don't got no problems. I'm fine.
That's right. That boy ready.
Nah, doubles for sure. Like when I have to shoot multiple times at speed, like it's always all over the place.
Yeah, man.
And then my draw is not super consistent, and I can feel it. It's not like, it's second nature. I know how to draw, but it's not consistent enough for me because I can feel it.
Yep.
And the dot is not coming from the same place every time. And it doesn't help that I got a whole nother pistol.
Whole nother gun.
So
We'll see. But it's good. So he knows. So let's dissect what he just said. He said, I know that it's not right. It's good, but I know it's not right. That means his subconscious has thousands of reps. His subconscious is like, we know what this is supposed to look like, feel like, and what it's supposed to, feel like when we're executing it. And this feels just a little bit off. And those little off things that you're feeling, these are things that are lasting a millisecond and things that only the subconscious can pick up on. So one, congrats for doing it right. Because what ends up happening for people who don't practice properly is you're doing it wrong every time and you don't know it. And that's all you're reinforcing. So good on that. Regarding the doubles, it's easy. A key word that I picked up on, or key phrase, was you said my shots are all over the place. That tells me that we have not given your body enough time to learn a double tap or doubles or whatever you want to call it, control pairs. You haven't given your body enough time to learn that while not under duress. while not under fight or flight. I'm gonna say that again, while not under fight or flight. Understand that as soon as you put a gun in, as soon as you go to the range, fight or flight's kicking in. As soon as you step out onto the range, fight or flight is kicking in. You pull the gun out the holster, out the bag or whatever, you loading the mag with bullets, fight or flight, anxiety, boom, 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 right? As soon as you pull the trigger, I don't care if you've been shooting for 10, 20, 30 years, fight or flight is kicking in. I'm gonna explain something to you. It is extremely hard to learn while fight or flight is happening. Fight or flight is designed to keep you alive, and that's it. Everything in your body is going to that. So I said all that to say this: if you really want to get good at your doubles, we're gonna shoot a 22, because a 22 gives you an opportunity to learn while not under duress. It is stress-free for most people to shoot a 22 because it's extremely low recoil, and that's what actually gives us an opportunity to learn. Can you imagine trying to learn what you learned in college while somebody had a gun to your head?
Yeah.
It's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So I really want you to think about that. And this particular part of the video, this is the part that I want you to share, and I want you to get as many people hating on it as possible. But I truly feel that your first interaction with a firearm should only be with a 22.
Man, got now.
Man, he got munions.
Yeah. We
Got them bands.
Munions, money spread.
they're my girl money. Watch out. My girl money.
There you go. Make your line. We use 3 yards. That's the average violent encounter distance. And it's close enough where we can get immediate feedback of our target. We can see what's going on with the target and know if we're doing things right or wrong. All right, eyes and ears and load, make ready. And you're gonna be attempting to do 1 shot every second. Okay, this should be the easiest. So 1 shot every second. Before you get started, I want you to say it out loud. So 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000.
1,000, 3 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, 6 1,000, 7 1,000, 8 1,000, 9 1,000, 10 1,000, 11 1,000, 12 1,000, 13 1,000.
All right, drop that mag. Rack, rack, rack. Excellent. All right, let's look at the target and let's dissect what's going on. Safe range, we're down here, down range. All right, so these were your, I think your very first shot was up here somewhere, and then they were down here, and then the last 3 to 5 were down in here. So what does that tell us? Just looking at the target and how these got in here, the order in which they got in here, what does that tell us about his shooting?
It seemed like, I think it seemed like you was like getting into a groove with the gun. That's all it was.
Yeah. So it's real simple. It's just your accuracy wasn't as good, and as it went on, the accuracy got better. Anytime I see that, that's usually just a comfort level thing. Okay. And we definitely see that anytime we put a new gun in somebody's hand. Yeah, anytime I shoot a new gun, you're gonna see that. Okay. But I think you're gonna put some rounds in it. The reasoning why I'm saying that is because at the end here was all your shots. Those are extremely consistent. You got a lot of holes and another hole, okay? So that tells me that your recoil management from a foundation standpoint is right on. It could just be a timing thing, but we're gonna focus on your trigger first. One thing that I noticed is that you weren't resetting the trigger until the shot had been over.
Okay.
You pressed the shot and about a good second went by before you reset that trigger. And what happens when we do that is anxiety builds up. We go boom, we're holding that trigger to the rear, and you know what our mind's saying? Pull the damn trigger again, right? So as soon as the gun settles again, and then we go to reset, it's like, yeah, you know what I mean?
Do a lot of movement.
Yeah.
Pause.
So what we're going, how is that again? How is that a pause moment?
I got to pause. You got
to pause.
You got to be safe. You got to be safe.
He got different levels of pause. I was watching the last video. I was like, why did he say pause? I missed it. So what we're going to do is we're going to work on your trigger. What I would like for you to do is reset that trigger sooner.
The YNs, bro.
I ain't got ARP. I got no numbers.
Something I'll recommend to you guys is doing things like this. A little pro tip here. This right here is outlining the anatomy of my trigger. So this line is the trigger at rest, where it is now. This next line is when the trigger is at the wall, and then that final line is the bang. I'd highly recommend that you put these lines on your gun because it gives you a reference point of where, not only where your trigger is, but it tells you the anatomy and or the characteristics of your particular trigger. Yep. You were resetting much quickly or much quicker. What did that translate to you mentally when you're shooting this time?
I can go again.
So you felt it already.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm ready.
Yeah.
So now, when the sights settle back down, now you're ready to fire. Let me ask you this question. If you're shooting 10 rounds with every rep that you do or iteration, and you got to do it 5 or 6 more times, now you just taught your subconscious another 50 to 60 times, probably the wrong thing. Because we're using a 9 versus a 22, we can have quick results and we can make sure that what we're teaching it is proper. Now you're like, this is what it's supposed to look like, because you're giving yourself an opportunity. Let me see you, man. Let me take a couple shots. Please, sir. Yes, sir. Do your thing. Woo! You need to get a different gun.
I think so.
It's just a hard gun to shoot. Seriously, that's a lot. So here's what I was
He
doing.
didn't want to hear that.
I was looking,
Look at his face.
so yeah, man. Look, hey guys, look, and I get it. I get it. But so it's cool. You could keep it, and you're still a good shooter. But the gun you shoot does have an effect. It's limited, but in that limitation, it's exponential. If you're shooting a gun that just doesn't have good weight balance characteristics, it's not going to shoot well. Okay. Guns that have heavy slides and it's super lightweight everywhere else, that gun's hard to control.
Slide is pretty heavy.
That slide's hard to control. I was hammered down on that thing and still was only, how were my groups at the end?
The end, it got better.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, yeah, and that's way too much.
But like what Eddie was saying in the beginning, when you see everybody else shooting, it's like everything's going straight back.
That's right.
But
This
even
shit.
Yeah.
That's
even
what I
when-
was saying,
yeah,
like-
but even when Ken shot,
Yeah.
we still.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, bro.
I know I wasn't tripping, bro.
Yeah,
I know
man.
I wasn't tripping.
Hey,
bro.
man, he been lifting his weights and shit. I know he, he got the.
I know I wasn't tripping, bro. I'm like, bro, when I
No,
watch
but
y'all
look,
shoot, bro,
I was
that bitch is
looking,
like,
yo, I looked at
when I
the
shoot,
first
it's like
shot.
a little
First
bit.
shot's dead.
It's a little bit more.
Yeah.
All the rest. We put a Glock in his hand. First off, we put a different gun in his hand, same caliber, so that the amount of energy is very close to the same amount. Actually, his H&K is more likely heavier, so it's probably absorbing more of that recoil than the Glock. So we put a different gun in his hand, different recoil characteristic, different trigger press. Everybody knows that Glocks are pointed in the sky with the 22-degree grip angle. So the gun is actually working against him and his grip was tighter. Glocks aren't the most accurate pistols in the world. They're accurate, but they're not known for their accuracy. Almost everybody else is generally usually more accurate than Glocks. There you go. There it is. They're pretty solid with their fundamentals. Now you can see what a gun can do to adversely affect your shots. We're gonna load, make ready, and you're just gonna bring the dot up. I just wanna see a controlled shot, one shot every second or so. All right, so next time we're gonna do one shot every second.
Every second. Okay, I'm
There it is, there it is. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
How did that feel?
way better.
Way better, okay. Felt in sync. So your mind and your fingers all in sync, right?
Yeah.
1, 2, and 3, and 4. And what's wonderful, it was in sync and the timing was there because the group was extremely tight. That's what I want. So the next one, we're gonna go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. I want you saying it out loud, and then I want you to bring the finger into it. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and 11 and 12 and 13 and 14 and 15.
Okay, okay.
Same hole, same hole. It's all just your trigger timing, that's it. Everything's the same. Is you good?
Yeah.
This guy's already a great shooter. His trigger finger is very dialed in. I don't see any stuttering or anything with the finger. Everything looks nice with that. So we're at a quarter second. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay?
Got you.
All we're doing is we are bringing down that cadence until we get to his failure point. And then once we get to that failure point, we can assess from there. I like to build up to that point though. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Excellent. Let's do that again. Very, very good. Very, very good.
Boy, dialing in with that 22.
Dial in, lock in.
Huh?
The lock in with the 22.
Yeah, bro. Get locked in, bro. This is it here. Now you're seeing it. Now you're feeling that now. You're like, yeah, this is it, man. Now when you go back and you're doing double taps, you've got 100 reps since last time you've been. Okay, do it.
Oh, no.
All right, do it.
He thought he was cool, bro. Been playing too much Call of Duty.
All right, that's progress.
Goddamn, boy.
So you know what I want you to do now?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Same thing.
So stay at 1/1000 until the majority of them are all in that same spot.
I got you.
You got what I'm saying?
That was the first shot, then there was some.
Yeah, yeah.
But wait, hang on. But it was great because downrange. It was great because you started out here and then it just kept coming, kept coming. So that's progress. Boom. Boom. Yeah. Yeah. Boom. Boom. Training his eyes to move from target to target. He's training his eyes to not just look, but to focus.
Focus on something else.
Because if we want to be super accurate,
Hard
you got to focus. So all we're going to do is we're going to start on that left circle. We're going to present the pistol, put the dot directly on top. I'm going to shift my eyes over to that right dot, and then I'm going to take my time. I'm going extra slow. And then what I'm looking for is, okay, I see the dot, it's coming, boom. That's it. That's where I want it. I put it directly over the circle. I shift my eyes to the left dot, boom. Slowly coming over. I mean slowly. I see the dot. I've seen the dot the entire time. Boom, it's on top of the dot.
You remember when you said about like he'll have you doing it so much your arms start hurting?
Yeah. I told you, bro.
It's a good reminder.
It worked, bro.
Here's what's good. Here's what's good about that. What's great about that burn you feel is the lactic acid building up in your muscles. It's a great reminder. It's a great feedback reminder to remind you that you're in the same spot. What we've noticed is that when we do stuff like this and your muscles start getting fatigued, they only fatigue and give you that kind of sharp pain when you're in that exact position again. And when we're working on positioning and stuff like that, it's extremely important that we're consistent with our positioning.
That's another thing. I'd be jittery just like, well.
It's all good. Hey, it's all good, man. So now we know how to fix it. Now we know why we're fixing it. Shift it. Better. Shift it. All right, so make sure the dot is there. It's all right. Fingers on the wall of the trigger. Go ahead, let me see your grip. Grip. Touch the trigger, get on the wall. Are you aligned on the target?
Yep.
Awesome. I want you to shift your eyes on. Slowly move the gun. Is it on the target?
Yep.
Press without moving the gun. Okay. So it's a trigger thing. Okay. Now you know why I broke it down that way. We all saw that was a trigger thing, right? No, go back. Let's do it again. A lot of that's more than likely just going to be some jitters. All right. Again, touch wall of the trigger. You're aligned. Shift your eyes only. Slowly bring the gun slowly. Align. Squeeze without moving. That's it. Now you see, relax. Finger off the trigger, relax. Now you see why it was so important that we stopped and I walked him through by the numbers. This is important. And the reason why is because if I allow him to just keep doing it, right? He's only a 1/4 inch off, which isn't that bad, but we want perfection.
Yeah.
There you go. Do that press check. Let me see that grip. Yeah. Touch wall. All right. Are you aligned on the target?
Yep.
Move your eyes only. Okay. Slowly move the gun. Don't fire yet. Are you aligned?
Low.
How was the shot? All right. Let's do it again. All right. By the number. Let's see your grip. Touch wall. Get aligned.
Touch wall. Get a line.
All right. Shift your eyes only. All right. Slowly move the gun. Don't fire yet. Gradually squeeze without moving the gun. All right, good. Let's do it again. Touch wall on the trigger. Are you aligned? Shift your eyes. Slowly shift the gun. Do not fire that gun. Gradually squeeze without moving. That's it. All right. Give me another mag. Or fix your gun.
Yeah, let me
Tap
trigger.
rat, buddy. That's supposed to be tap rat. But all right, let's go. Tap rat. Go ahead, load, make ready again. Yeah, when you see that, just tap racket, buddy. All right, are you aligned? Yep. Shift your eyes and your eyes only. Slowly move the pistol. Gradually squeeze without moving the gun. That's it. Do it again. Shift your eyes and eyes only. Move the gun slowly. Don't shoot. Good. Gradually squeeze without moving the gun. Reset that trigger now. Good. All right, now shift your eyes only. Slowly move the gun. Good. Gradually squeeze without moving the gun. All right, relax. There you go. We're gonna work on your grip and we're gonna work on trigger. So before, all right, there you go. Make it safe. Good, and holster up or set it wherever you need to set. So here is what I see. His transitioning is not a thing. You know, does he need a little bit of work on it? Yeah, maybe a little bit. But what do I feel, or what do you feel he might need a little more work on right now?
Same thing we did.
Trigger. That's right. Trigger. We're gonna work on pressing the trigger without jerking that trigger, okay? So what I want you to do is get your pistol out, and I want you to make sure it's unloaded.
Press it, don't jerk it.
Well, first we're gonna teach him how to press it without jerking it, then we're gonna teach him how to jerk it without moving the gun. Pause! Anyway, we get on the wall, and then somebody say now. Somebody say, yep, go ahead.
Sit.
Yep.
Now. Now.
I heard the blowing.
Now. Now. Now.
That's what I want you to do. Squirrel. This boy gone and walked off somewhere.
Now.
So pause afterwards. Yeah, you hold it there. Pause for a second. What just happened and why? Then rack the slide. Reset. Get on the wall. Good. You ready?
Now.
There you go. Think about what happened. Did you respond quick enough?
I was kind of off on that.
Okay, good. You have to pause afterwards. Pause. Y'all know all about that. So that you can actually give yourself enough time to think about what happened.
Now.
Okay, so as soon as you hear that in and now, I want you to start pressing the trigger. I don't want you to move the trigger hard. Now, don't use a lot of pressure. Just start pressing it sooner. As soon as you hear the in and now. Now. That's when you do it.
All right. Now.
Now.
That was nice. Now, last thing we want to pay attention to is the movement of the gun. Did it move too much? Did it not really move? It's important. It's important if it moves too much, and it's important if it doesn't move at all. Because if it's not moving at all, usually he's not pressing the trigger as quickly as he can. I want to see a little bit of movement, but I don't want to see so much movement where it's moving the shot.
Yeah.
Make sense?
You want it? Yeah. Now.
Yeah.
Probably need your eyes.
Oh yeah, you ain't got the eyes.
Tripping, you pulled to me.
He said,
You better apologize for the internet, bro.
better apologize.
Better
Hey, if I'm doing it, you better. All right. Same hole.
Now. Now.
Reset quicker.
Now.
Hit reset.
Now.
Hey, reset as soon as possible.
Okay.
Shoot the gun, reset.
All right.
That's it.
Reset.
It's all right. Just let him do it. He's fine.
Now.
There it is.
Now.
Yep.
Now.
Yep.
Now.
Yep. So you see the habit you got built?
Now.
Tap, rack, bang. Bring out the trigger, tap, rack, bang.
Now.
That's it.
Tap right, bang.
Now.
All good.
Now.
That's it. Anytime you're having a mind, take your break. Take your break, take your break.
Where are you shooting?
Jay, your go. He was shooting right here. No. Yeah, it was good. I'm very familiar to you already. We'll start with both of our hands on the pistol. We're going to do it dry to start out. Because of your shooting level, I think it'd be okay to just start right here and start with the starting position being here, and we just work on that physical act of acquiring the sight dry. Now, if we start down this drill and we notice that, yeah, we're having a little bit of success, but not as much as we want, we'll take a step back from that drill and we'll go to the one where we just sit here and we hold it for that 5 minutes, so that, or 3 minutes or whatever, so that we can reinforce where we want the dot to end up. And then we can break it down like we normally do, back down to here, and then work on acquiring the sight. So slowly, boom. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Bam. Hold it there for a second. There we go, because that's where we want to be. Slowly bring it back the route you took. That's it, brother. Talk me through it. What you feeling? What you seeing? What are you noticing?
All right, it'll be easier for me to walk through it as I'm doing it.
Perfect. Perfect.
So as I start to present out, I feel it in this muscle group, because I did just work out a couple days ago. As I'm presenting, it comes from 12-ish, a little bit more to the left of 12, but it's consistently coming in from like here.
Okay, good. So we've got consistency, that's good. He talked about the burning of the muscle. So what I like about that part in particular is that if it's the same muscles that are burning every time he's presenting, that tells us that he is being consistent. All right, I want you to come back at the same speed and make sure you come back on the exact same route.
Gotcha.
Much better. Now we're going to start seeing a little bit better in your accuracy now that your speed is right. Boom. Okay.
New gun jitters.
I see a little bit of anticipation there, but it's okay. We
really
can work through that. We can work through it. Gradual squeeze. That was a better shot. I could tell looking at the trigger press that was good, because it was a gradual squeeze without moving that gun. Excellent work. Gradual. We're just going dry real quick, exact same. I noticed a little bit too much anticipation, so now we're going to add something to the dry fire drill. Instead of him just coming up and acquiring the sight, he's going to come up and press a dry shot. Show his target on next shot. Show the target on next shot.
That was low. All right, so I guess I'll get my final thoughts because I just went last. So final thoughts is on everything, just not even just my drill, but everybody else's drill. Slowing down and almost doing less, you'll see more gains from slowing down and doing less. That's just my main takeaway from the whole thing. And then going back to basics and breaking down each little minute detail of the basics is going to take you a long way.
That's good. Your accuracy improved greatly.
Yeah.
Your original problems, you were having problems acquiring a sight. How was that?
Yeah, I'm good now.
Bad good.
Yeah.
What I'd recommend, do it again. Do it. You need a smooth 500 reps. So remember, we always said about 3,000 for the beginner. For folks that are, intermediate and beyond, I still recommend a smooth 500 reps, to really solidify that foundation and really erase any bad habits that might have crept in there over the past few months, and make sure that foundation is super solid. Good stuff, bro. Look, he's at final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Even at the highest levels, you can pick up bad habits, because I unintentionally picked up a bad habit when it comes to pistol shooting that I had never had before when it comes to tap racking or just clearing a malfunction when it comes to a handgun. Also, personally for me, I'm okay with failing, but I feel like I need to loosen it up when it comes to failing. I don't know how I'll put that.
You got to be okay with failing. Yeah,
okay with failing,
that's literally what it is. And what you're doing, you have to be okay with failing, because that's how we get good. Literally, you have to fail to get good. And the reason why people don't make it to where you're at, and especially beyond, is because it requires work. It puts you in your place. When you suck at shooting, you suck at shooting. You know what I mean? When you're a great shooter and you're struggling with something, you're struggling. It's easier to quit than it is to keep going. So
as I said before, I knew my trigger press was lackluster. Ken worked with me on the trigger press. I feel good about what we did. And we also come to another conclusion that is science-based. So it's not anything to do with me. I always looked at these guys, even his videos and a couple other guys I shoot with, and I'm like, yo, like, I know I'm doing stuff right. How are they taming recoil better than me? And apparently it's my gun. The slide weighs too much. It's a lot of mass moving back and forth. I'm gonna explore other guns, but at the same time, I'm gonna explore other options. But at the same time, I am going to keep experimenting with this gun to see what I can do, because I got the most time behind this gun. I'm familiar with it, but I'm not, closed-minded to,
You're in a tough spot, man. I remember being in your spot, and I was very stubborn. I stuck with them Glocks, boy. I would have so many students like, hey, just try this gun, shoot this. And when I finally did, I found the gun that was for me. And that's really what it's about. I'm glad that you experienced this. So now you've got that testimony to share with people. Now you're not just sharing some information that was just passed along. You went through this. You experienced it. You got T-shirts to prove it, receipts, whole nine. Oh, Speedy. Lil D.
Oh, hold on.
Hey, we know who that is.
Hey.
That boy he was good on that trigger.
Yeah. Well, the thing that I took from this lesson today was mainly, I am very jittery and I really want to just go at my speed. Even to work on my speed, to speed up and be more accurate consistently, I have to slow down and work towards my failure point up to speed at a certain cadence. So I had to work my way up instead of just going full send.
Yeah,
so
he's absolutely correct. He is one of the guys that start out fast and we got to slow him down. And then you have folks who start out slow and we got to speed them up. And it's hard to do. It's usually hard to get folks to slow down. It's definitely hard to get them to speed up. I think it's harder to speed folks up than it is to slow them down. But what he was talking about is absolutely correct. Instead of him just jumping into the drill at maximum, we started slow and we started at 1 shot per second, and we worked our way up to where he was pressing that trigger as quickly as he could. And what we noticed is that every drill we did leading up, all the way up, his group stayed about just like this. It gave him an opportunity to stay consistent over a longer period of time. But by us starting slow like that, it was to give us an opportunity to identify when the failure point is.
What's the advice you got for the world, man?
Oh man, that's on the spot right there. Some dad advice. Always make sure your shoelaces are tied.
For sure.
All right. Make sure you dry fire. Oh yeah, dang.
Don't look down there.
Don't look down there. Make sure you dry fire until your muscles burn. All right. Because if you ain't doing that, you ain't earning, you ain't learning.
That's right.
What's up?
You heard it from him, man.
Heard it, man.
You heard it,
Hey,
man.
baby.
Hey, man.
We out.
Yeah, yeah.